Hello students, today we are going to see 2 marks revision. Listen ma. If the function f from R to R defined by f of x equal to 3x minus 4 is invertible, then find f inverse. Invertible means what? This is means what? F inverse exists, okay va? So first of all we want to write the given one, that is f of x is equals to 3x minus 4, and I take this f of x as y, so y equal to 3x minus 4, and then we want to take this minus 4 on left side, so y plus 4 equal to 3x, and separate the value of x. This is what? X is equal to y plus 4 by 3, okay, and then this x is considered by f inverse of y because terms in right hand side are only in y. So f inverse of y equal to y plus 4 by 3, and then I take this y is replaced by x, so f inverse of x is equals to x plus 4 by 3. Now look second sum. Using the principal values, find the value of cos inverse of cos 13 5 by 6. Already we know that the principal value branch of cos inverse of x lies between closed interval 0, pi. But here itself 13 5 by 6, that is exceeding this interval. Okay, va? So we write here 13 5 by 6 does not belongs to closed interval 0, 5. Okay, so we write this 13 5 by 6 as 2 5 plus 5 by 6. Okay, va? So 12 pi plus pi means 13 5 by 6. So we want to write it as 2 pi plus pi by 6. Then cos inverse of cos 13 5 by 6 can be written by cos inverse of cos 2 5 plus 5 by 6. 2 pi plus pi by 6 means it is entered in first quadrant. Okay, for first quadrant all term is positive. So here itself positive symbol, and 2 pi here having, so this cos is not changed. So I write here this cos pi by 6. And cos inverse are fused. Finally we are getting 5 by 6. Okay, this 5 by 6 is belongs to closed interval 0, 5, and cos inverse of cos theta equal to theta. That is a formula. The next one, sum number 3. If a equal to cos alpha sin alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha, then find alpha satisfying 0 less than alpha less than 5 by 2 when a plus a transpose equals to root 2 into I2, where a part t is the transpose of a. First we take the given condition, that is what? A plus a part t equal to root 2 I2. So first I write a and take a transpose of a. What we get? Cos alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha. This is equal to root 2 into 1001. Okay, 1001. Then we want to adding the two values. So finally what we get? 2 cos alpha 0, 0, 2 cos alpha root 2, 0, 0, root 2. Okay, now we want to equating the corresponding terms. That is means what? 2 cos alpha equal to root 2. So cos alpha equal to root 2 by 2 means 1 by root 2. When alpha gives 1 by root 2 in cos table, alpha equal to 5 by 4. So this 5, now we want to check this 5 by 4 is belongs to 0 less than 5, alpha less than 5 by 2. Okay, so in between 0, 5 by 2 only 5 by 4 lie. Okay, so this is true. Alpha equals to 5 by 4. The next fourth sum, if determinant of 2x x plus 3, 2 into x plus 1 equals to 1 5 3 3, then find the value of x. Okay, so this is given by determinant, so we want to simplifying this determinant. How can we simplify it? Multiplying this and this and this and this, put minus symbol between this term, in between this term and this term. Okay, so 2x into x plus 1 minus 2 into x plus 1 into x plus 3. Similarly this side 3 minus 15. Okay, this is minus 12. Here 2x squared plus 2x minus 2 into x plus 1 into x plus 3 means x square. 3 plus 1 is 4, so 4x. 1 into 3 means 3. Okay, then take 2 inside. So minus 2x squared minus 8x minus 6 equal to minus 12. This plus 2x squared and minus 2x squared are cancelled. So 2x minus 8x means minus 6x. Minus 6 equal to minus 12. And then we take minus 6 on this side. So this becomes minus 6x equals to minus 6. So the value of x is 1. The next sum number 5. Write a vector in the direction of the vector I minus 2j plus 2k that has magnitude of 9 units. Okay, direction of the vector. Okay, write a vector in the direction of the vector I minus 2j plus 2k that has magnitude 9 units. So first I take the given vector as a vector equal to I minus 2j plus 2k, and I found magnitude of a. Finally I am getting 3. Then the unit vector in the direction of the given vector a. Okay, then the unit vector in the direction of the given vector is a cap. Already you know the formula for unit vector. What is the formula? A vector by modulus of a vector. in sum they are given a vector and we find magnitude of a vector. Okay, so we are writing that, and then they are given additionally its magnitude is what, Amma? 9. We want to find one vector. That vector has magnitude and this is parallel to the given unit vector. Okay, therefore the magnitude of the vector of magnitude equal to 9 units and the direction of A is given by 9 into A cap. Okay, its magnitude is 9 and then this is A cap. So 9 into A cap means 9 into I minus 2j plus 2k by 3. Make a simplification. 9 and 3 are getting cancelled. So finally we get 3 into I minus 2j plus 2k. Take 3 as inside. So 3i minus 6j plus 6k. Okay, yeah? Right. Next, sum number 6. Find the projection of A and B. If A dot B they are given 8 and B vector they are given 2i plus 6j plus 3k. We know the formula for projection. What is the formula for projection? A dot B by modulus of B. Okay, by A dot B they are given, B they are given. So we want to calculate magnitude of B alone. So root of 2 square plus 6 square plus 3 square. So finally we are getting root of 49. Root of 49 means we get 7. So A dot B by magnitude of B. A dot B value is 8 and magnitude of B value is 7. So we write here 8 by 7. And listen, sum number 7. Find the vector equation of the line passing through this point and parallel to this line. Okay, one point and one line they are given. So first of all I write this equation. 5x minus 25 equal to 14 minus 7y equal to 35 is it. So we are trying to make this form as x minus x1 by L, y minus y1 by M, z minus z1 by N. Okay, first I take this 5 is common. Okay, so 5 into x minus 5 and then I take this 5 on denominator, so it becomes 1 by 5. Here itself take 7 as common, so 7 into 2 minus y. Okay, take 7 as this denominator, so it becomes 1 by 7. 35 is it, so this becomes written by z by 1 by 35. Okay, x minus x1 by L. This is the correct form. Here itself y minus y1, but here itself 2 minus y. So we want to take 1 minus outside. So this becomes y minus 2 by, we are taking 1 minus outside, no, that is come to the denominator. So this becomes minus 1 by 7 and finally z by 1 by 35. Okay, right. Finally we are going to write direction ratios of the given line. This and all called direction ratios. That is what, 1 by 5 minus 1 by 7, 1 by 35. And then the required equation of the line passing through this point. That point is what, 1 comma 2 comma minus 1 and parallel to the given line is, the formula becomes x minus x1 by L, y minus y1 by M, z minus z1 by N. Here itself you want to consider this point as 1 comma 2 comma minus 1. So x minus 1 by 5, y minus 2 by minus 1 by 7, z plus 1 by 35. Okay, the next sum number 8. Find the distance between the planes 2x minus y plus 2z equals to 5 and 5x minus 2.5y plus 5z equals to 20. Okay, right. We want to find the distance between two planes. Okay, we want to find distance between two planes means that planes becomes must be parallel. ரெண்டு பிளேனுக்கு distance கண்டுபிடிக்கணும்னா அந்த plane வந்து எப்படி இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னா parallel தான் இருக்கணும். ஓகேவா, ரெண்டு பிளேனுக்கு எப்படி distance find பண்ணும்போது 2x minus y plus 2z equals to 5. So this becomes 2x minus y plus 2z minus 5 equal to 0. Look at the second line. 5x minus 2.5y plus 5z equals to 20. First of all, I dividing this equation complete with 5. So I get x minus 1 by 2y plus z equals to 4. And then I am multiplying that equation with 2. So 2x minus y plus 2z equals to 8. Then take this 8 as this side. So 2x minus y plus 2z minus 8 equal to 0. This line and this line are become parallel. How can you say this is parallel? Here 2x minus y plus 2z plus 2s. Constant only differ. Okay, already I told you in 11th standard. Parallel lines means constant only change. Okay, other terms are not changed. Right. Then, therefore, plane 1 and plane 2 are parallel. Distance between two parallel plane is d equal to d1 minus d2 by root of a square plus b square plus c square. d1 is called minus 5 and d2 is called minus 8. Minus into minus 8 means this becomes plus 8 by root of 2 square plus minus 1 square plus 2 square. So 3 by root 9. So finally we are getting 3 by 3 equal to 1. Next, two tailors A and B earn rupees 300 and 400 per day respectively. A can stitch 6 trousers and 4 pairs of, A can stitch 6 shirts and 4 pairs of trousers, while B can stitch 10 shirts and 4 pairs of trousers per day. To find how many days should each of them work and if it is to be described to produce at least 60 shirts and 32 pants of trousers at a minimum labor cost, formulate this as an LP. First of all, we want to write the tabular column for the given details, number of shirts and number of trousers, tailor A, tailor B. Tailor A is considered by here X and tailor B is considered by here as Y. Minimum total number, okay va? Tailor A, 6 shirts and 4 pairs, okay, 6 shirts, 4 pairs of trousers, okay va? 6, 4. And tailor B can stitch 10 shirts and 4 pairs of trousers, okay va? 10, 4. Total number of stitching, okay va? Total number of stitching is given, that is what? A for 60 and B for 32. And then wage per day, okay va? For A 300 and for B 400. So we are writing here 300, here itself 400. First of all, we want to write minimum value of Z. Here itself cost only is called minimum. So let Z be the total label cost. So minimum Z equal to 300X plus 400Y. Subject to the constraint 6X plus 10Y is greater than or equal to 60, because here itself minimum means minimum 60, maximum it will be changed. So we can put here itself greater than or equal to symbol. So 6x plus 10y is greater than or equal to 60. It can be reduced. So 3x plus 5y is greater than or equal to 30. Next you consider second inequality, that is what? 4x plus 4y is greater than or equal to 32. Here also minimum only appearing. So x plus y is greater than or equal to 8. And always x and y are greater than or equal to 0. We are given only formulate as a LPP. Okay va? So this is over. Next listen, sum number 10. If E and F are independent events, then the events E and F dash are also independent. What they are given? E and F are independent event. E and F are independent event means P of E intersection F equal to P of E into P of F. And you know already P of E intersection F dash plus P of E intersection F equal to P of E. இது எப்படி? E intersection F dash. E intersection F dash na F complement F வராதுன்னு அர்த்தம். E க்கும் F complement க்கும் E intersection F க்கும் ரெண்டையும் ஆட் பண்ணோன்னா E இங்கே வந்து E intersection F dash na E alone plus P of E intersection F. E க்கும் F க்கும் காமனான ஏரியா. E ஐயும் E intersection F க்கும் காமனான ஏரியாவையும் ஆட் பண்ணால் கிடைக்கிது P of E. ஓகேவா? And then we want to find E and F dash are independent only, we want to say. So we leave this one, okay va? On left side, take this on right side. So P of E minus P of E intersection F. P of E intersection F can be written by P of E into P of F. P of E is common, so take it out. So 1 minus P of F. 1 minus P of F is considered by P of F dash. So P of E into P of F dash. So P of E intersection F dash equal to P of E into P of F dash. So finally we are concluding here, E and F dash are also independent events. Thank you students.